The moonlight falls unevenly across the hedges, carving pale shapes into the gravel path. Aliza pauses. There it is again. That sensation. Not a sound, not movement. Just the faint pressure of being observed. Her spine stiffens. She turns towards the cloister arch. The shadows seem deeper there tonight. For a moment, her breath catches. Is anybody there? The words leave her softer than intended. Nothing answers. Only the faint rustle of leaves, shifting under moonlight. She stands still, listening, waiting. But the longer she waits, the more foolish she feels. The shadows are only shadows. The moon bends shapes into forms that are not real. She presses her lips together and exhales through her nose. Small shake of her head. Ridiculous, she murmurs under her breath. Of course no one is there. It is only the trial still living inside her. Only memory. Only guilt. She turns back to the roses. Behind the archway, Shadowborn does not move. He watches her dismiss him, watches her convince herself fear's not real. And something inside him tightens, because he has become exactly that, a doubt.
A trick of light, a shape mistaken for shadow. And further beyond in the tree line the vampire remains utterly still. He does not need her to believe. He prefers that she doesn't.
She turns back to the roses, but she does not kneel immediately. Her fingers hover over the petals, because something inside her is unsettled. Not fear, expectation. She hates that word. Expectation implies desire, and she does not desire ghosts. She straightens again, almost irritated with herself. The moon shifts behind a cloud. For a brief moment, the garden darkens, and in that dimming, the outline beneath the arch becomes sharper, a vertical shape. Not stone, not hedge, too still. Her pulse stutters, then the moon returns, and it is gone. Only archway. Only shadow. Her shoulders loosen. Not even when the moon revealed him for a fraction of a second, he had almost stepped forward. Almost.
The urge had risen unexpectedly, not to frighten her, not to claim her, but to prove he still existed. To her the orb in his palm vibrates faintly, irritated by restraint.
It does not understand hesitation. It understands hunger. It understands rupture. He tightens his fingers around it. Because if she sees what exile has made of him, if she sees the altar eyes, the quiet distortion in the air around his skin, she will not see the man. And that possibility terrifies him. Not her rejection, but her confusion. Worse, her pity. In the tree line, something shifts. Not loud, not careless. The vampire has noticed the near exposure. Not of her, of him, and that interests him more than the girl. The exiled one is unstable, tethered, distracted, power-bound to attachment, is always easier to manipulate. The vampire tilts his head slightly. He has watched kingdoms collapse over less. Aliza finally kneels again, but this time she does not dismiss the feeling entirely. She plucks a rose from the bush, and after a moment's hesitation, she places it gently at the base of the cloister arch. An unconscious gesture, almost an offering, almost an offering, almost a test. Then she walks back toward the castle doors. without looking back. Shadowborn steps forward only after she disappears inside. He stares at the rose resting against the stone. He does not touch it.
He cannot, not yet, and for the first time since exile, his anger fractures, not into forgiveness, into doubt.